Hello and welcome back to Not a Watch Snob. I am your host, Bill. As collectors, I'm sure most of you collect other things. I've seen a lot of watch collectors collecting guns, knives, and coins. Well, today we're going to be taking a quick look, not for tax purposes, at another ridiculous hobby of mine, art collecting. Now, the world of fine art and the world of watches are similar, yet a little bit different. Art isn't like watches in the sense that there are basic prices that you can adhere to. Sure, you can have your art appraised, but that's just an opinion based on market trends at that time. It's really whatever the buyer is willing to pay. Case in point. The art world is a bit more confusing, and at least to me, a little bit more daunting, especially when it comes to telling fakes and frauds and forgers. It's just a world full of kooky characters who somehow determine that this is art, and this is, well,
bullshit.
So, there are three things to consider if you want to step foot into the art world. 1. Buy what you like. 2. Trust your seller. And 3. Stay off the internet. First, we're going to start off with my very first piece. I call this the Invicta of my collection. The reason I'm calling this the Invicta of my collection is because I've always stated that Invicta is a gateway watch. A lot of men, after a few too many daiquiris, stumble into the Invicta store on a cruise ship, see a flashy, bold watch, and spend about $500, thinking they bought a $2,000 watch. Only to find out after their cruise they bought a $100 watch and their wife's about to kill them. Which starts this watch itch, and their collection grows from there. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. Almost. Since I was little, there's always been a painting that I was enamored with. A piece that was called Art in Motion by Dominic Pangborn. And every time I was on a cruise ship with my family, I'd notice this piece of art and beg my parents to get it, although they would never buy it. This odd piece of art creates one of the coolest optical illusions, tricking your brain into thinking you're looking down a really unique hallway when in fact it's actually 3D. Well, drunk old me wandered into Park West Galleries on my last cruise ship and almost put down a $2,000 deposit. Luckily for me, I had cell service.
Art auctions on cruise ships, certainly fun and exciting, but some passengers now wonder if they were misled. A Hartford County man is among them.
He's been sold or told the signature on a $12,000 print he purchased is a forgery, worth nothing at all. I-Team reporter Barry Sims investigates.
They were vacationing on the Carnival cruise ship Miracle. The English's print was shipped to their home. It arrived with plenty of documents, including a certificate of authenticity from Albert Scaglione, president of Park West Gallery in Detroit. That company runs auctions on major cruise lines. It's a multi-million-dollar business.
After doing my research, I learned a lot about the art world, and I learned a hell of a lot about Park West Galleries, but still wanted that damn painting. So, instead of paying the $2,000, I bought mine from Pangborn's website for only $400. Ironically, this came from Park West Galleries. Appraised at a whopping $3,600, I decided I will never buy from Park West Galleries again. Did I get duped? Who knows? Is it authentic? I sure hope so. But I love this piece, and a little did I know that this would start my art collecting journey. Months later, out of boredom and a little bit of mimosas, I started looking into Salvador Dali. After a few bad decisions, I put my bid in online for one. And I won. Excited and nervous, I decided to reach out to a few Dali experts to send in pictures of my win. Not looking to get duped again. And within minutes, I got a call from one of the most passionate Dali collectors on the planet, Bruce Hockman. He said, "Stay away, it's a known fake." So we conversed for a little while, talking about the art world, talking about his love for Dali, about his credentials, and about his hatred for Park West Galleries. I then proceeded to ask him if he had anything in his collection that was powerful and blue. Little did I know that I'd be making the biggest purchase of my life. Saint Jacques de Compensel by Salvador Dali. A lithograph of one of his most famous artworks, the Santiago el Grande, created in 1957. This monumental canvas, measuring in at 13 feet high, is a triumphant rendering of St. James. This is a lithograph of that exact painting. A lithograph is a steel plate used to basically make copies at limited runs. Created and printed in Paris by the renowned J. Foret in 1958. Limited to only 172 in the world. Hand-signed and authorized by Salvador himself. A beautiful piece with provenance and a really cool backstory. This lithograph cost me a whopping, but worth every penny. Ironically, I called a local art appraiser who knew exactly who Bruce was. She nicely told me that due to my age, she's gonna save me the $400 an hour it costs to appraise my piece, and told me that it's worth right around $10K, because surrealism is back in style, so I'd say it's a win-win. I called Bruce back up and thanked him. He told me he has sold to a lot of famous figures in his life, and now I'm one of them. Thank you.